Well, this is a very good question coming in from Ziggy in D.C. Ziggy.
Morning, boys.
Good morning,
I was
Ziggy.
just wondering, with the upcoming gay games, is Steve taking time off going to be a problem again?
That's right. Steve is going to have some time off to make his way as
We might have to have
a correspondent.
We might have to have an intervention with Steve. You know,
Yes.
I make my silly little videos, right? And people don't really pay attention to the videos when Steve shows up. Like, Steve shows up in the background of a lot of my videos.
Indeed.
And one guy said, holy shit, Steve's belly's getting so big, it's bending his spine. Holy shit. What a great comment. Oof. But you know what? If you really look closely at Steve, he's gained a lot of weight back.
Gee.
And I thought he was on some kind of, like, magical diet.
Yeah.
And I know
so you're
E-Rock,
thinking intervention. We ought to.
Yeah, I know E-Rock tweets his breakfast every morning, and yesterday, if E-Rock's around, Steve was eating a huge Tupperware filled with French fries. And what was it, lasagna?
It was 3 Tupperwares.
He had,
Three
no, I know. I
Tupperware.
was just describing the first one, Danny. That's the beauty of this.
3 Tupperwares.
Here comes E-Rock because he took the picture. Because I don't want to misrepresent this. It was French fries in one Tupperware, some kind of pasta dish in the other, or pizza. I'm not sure. Here comes E-Rock, and then we'll go back to the phone. E-Rock, you tweet Steve's breakfast every morning, right?
Yeah, almost every morning.
And what was
my
yesterday?
God.
This is what he had yesterday. In the lower right on this photo here, I guess it's an omelet.
That's an
I
omelet.
wasn't 100%
Looks like something
sure.
that's ketchup on it. It's half
Or it's
eaten.
pasta. It's one of the two.
Yeah, I can't really tell. It looks like ketchup on it.
He has a plate of French fries.
Is it? Big
A giant plate of French
Tupperware
fries.
of French fries.
And then what appeared to be just huge chunks of chicken and lettuce with
A
blue
giant
cheese dressing.
package of blue cheese dressing to squeeze
See,
all over it. Oh,
But if you eat all
just
that,
gave
that's
up.
way too many calories.
Yeah,
I don't care what diet you're on. That's too many calories.
Yeah.
There's been mornings where he hides a little tub that had like 2 cheeseburgers in it.
You would have to, if you want to eat that for breakfast, the rest of the day you have to just walk around fucking curling giant weights, walking down the hallway. You know, just constantly working out.
You ever take a peek at Men's Health?
No.
That's a good magazine if you work out and you're trying to eat right and stuff. And they guilt you.
It's the official magazine, by the way, of the gay Olympics.
Don't even start with that shit. Maybe we can find one. But they show, like, if you eat let's say you eat a cheeseburger, then it shows you what you have to do to burn off that just lousy cheeseburger because you felt
man.
like having a cheeseburger.
Crazy, right?
Yeah. It's the equivalent of jumping rope for the next month. No joke. If we can maybe find a Men's Health, they do a little. It's probably online too, but there's no way that is keeping his weight down.
Oh, there's the 2 cheeseburgers.
There's the 2 cheeseburgers.
Look at the bites taken out of it. Looks like it's been mauled.
Yeah,
Literally mauled.
Yeah, that looks like it's just being ripped apart.
Like that.
That's
the
anger.
bite marks.
That's
look
anger.
Like, yeah. You could tell that was
If you gave that to some kind of CSI, they would tell you a lot about the person.
Yeah, the bite pattern.
I've asked him about that too, and he says, "Oh well, this was left over from yesterday." I'm like, but it doesn't mean that it's breakfast.
I don't think that's from the bite marks. I don't think that's the executive producer. I think we got another executive producer out there with a bite radius about this big. We could cut it open and see if cheeseburgers fall out. Look, I'm not going to cut open that executive producer and watch those cheeseburgers spill out all over the studio.
I'm way in with that one, Ed. Way in.
Oh, I have to turn off my little dingy text. Ding.
Thank you, E-Rock. So follow E-Rock Radio, if you want to see what Steve's eating every morning. It's pretty amazing. Yes, Chris.
Yeah, I just got to state the obvious. Where does the world come to when E-Rock is making fun of Steve's breakfast?
Wow.
I got to tell you, man, E-Rock looks like he's fat, but he's not fat. That's the weird thing about E-Rock. That's
what happened.
That's what's so confusing about E-Rock. He looks fat, but he's not fat.
You got to put a dime next to him so you can get scale.
Right.
If you just take a picture of E-Rock, see, he looks fat.
I think he's just cursed with bad genetics, E-Rock. Because he's not actually a fat guy. But he looks like he's fat.
You know what E-Rock is?
It's really confusing.
He looks like a little cherubish kid.
Sure, yeah.
That's what he is. It looks like he's still working off baby fat. That's what it is.
Pillow biting. Did we do that joke?
Oh,
I think we did. Let's say hi to Scott. Scott, what do you got?
Guys, I just want to let you know, I just read the press release. Remember how in the Olympic Games a few years ago they had Muhammad Ali present the flame?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, in your own studio, Steve C. is going to be presenting the flame, and what's going to happen, he's just going to stand in the torch as the flame.
Oh, you know
Oh,
what?
because of his flaming clothing that he wears. Yes,
And he's a
indeed.
queer.
All right, get out of here. Talking of food, I guess behind the scenes, all hell is breaking loose, Anthony.
Yeah, there's things going on.
And
I heard a discussion.
And I want to make it perfectly clear that me and Ant are bringing this to the air. Because these guys actually said, no, don't do this.
No, we
we're
go
all
to the
right,
air.
Blah, blah, blah. We go to the air.
Yep.
What's going on? We said that E-Rock takes pictures of Steve's breakfast every morning,
Yes.
right? E-Rock,
Yes.
you've been doing that for a while.
Yeah, for months now.
Yeah, I know. I've seen your pics on your Twitter.
And they're quite hefty breakfasts.
And it's just funny. I mean, if you're going to use Twitter, that's the way to use it.
Yeah.
Humiliate somebody.
That's what it's there for.
But he wasn't aware you were doing this?
Well, he knew earlier on that after the first time, I guess we mentioned that on the air that we were taking photos of his breakfast, but he said, and I sat there
Hold
quietly.
on. Another guy that doesn't like us just walked by. I know. I understand. What? I understand.
Oh, that one?
Fucking jukebox. Go
Oh,
ahead, E-Rock.
jukebox. I thought you were being anti-Semitic.
I'm fucking sick of the dirty looks we get when people walk by our studio. Yeah,
I really
all right.
did think he said
I know,
jukebox.
something.
Oh,
I was like, what is that?
Jukebox.
People make their living by just fucking, one song after another, and they're giving us dirty looks as they walk by the studio. I get it. I understand.
I get it.
Go ahead, E-Rock. So, back to you.
So, he was aware of this, and he never said not to in the past, right? So I kept doing it, and today just set him off because he said, I put up with this long enough, I'm tired of this, and when the segment was done, I walked back to the office.
Wait, well, the picture was, what? Some kind of omelet with a lot of
With ketchup on
a lot
it.
of ketchup, a whole thing of fries that would probably, honestly, feed a family of 4 as a side dish.
Fries and eggs?
And then some kind of like chicken.
Chicken with lettuce, but there's a giant blue cheese. Like the chicken and lettuce would be fine. That should be the breakfast. The chicken, the lettuce, without the big packet of cheese dressing.
All those 3 together.
Who makes fries for breakfast, though? Like, where do you find a restaurant that'll put on the fucking fryer in the morning?
Yeah, fucking fries.
He's on some kind of weird diet. Exactly. I didn't make the look, Steve. Don't worry. E-Rock.
So I go back to the office, and I looked at Steve, and he wasn't looking at me.
By the way, it was a good bit for the show, and that's all. I explained this to E-Rock. I go, that's all I care about in the end is a good fucking radio
Exactly.
show. I can't be bothered with whose fucking feelings are hurt on a given day.
I want to.
We all take a turn, under the bus.
I want to look at the clock and see that 40 quality minutes just went by.
Yeah.
That to me is like, we're doing our job.
You know how uncomfortable I felt with my Dave Thomas theory? I fucking ate a shit
embarrassing.
sandwich this morning, okay? I know it was. I know! Trying to show I'm smart by doing my Dave Thomas theory.
Ugh.
Oof. You don't think I heated up inside?
Little warm.
Yeah. And that's what this show's about.
Happens.
I could care less if feelings are being hurt. Anyway, you rock.
So I walk in, he's not looking at me, so I kind of pat him on the back. I said, hey, sorry, Steve. And he says, don't fucking talk to me.
Oh, boy.
Don't fucking look at me. Stay the fuck away from me. That he had it. So I go, okay.
Was he looking in a mirror at the time? Just self-loathing. I nigh.
Jesus.
Well, whatever.
Anyway. See, but that's... whatever.
Yeah. So he said all that
so
to
he
you.
said that, and I go, come on, Steve. And he goes, no, I'm fucking tired of this. I said, but I've been doing this for a long time, and you know that I've been doing this. And he said, I've kept my mouth shut, and I'm not going to...
Not in the morning.
Not
With all that.
And he's not going to...
I nigh.
Jesus.
Sorry. Continue, Rock.
And he's not going to stand for this anymore. So I said, okay.
Wait, can I stop you for a second?
Yeah.
And this is the point I was making to E-Rock during the commercials. Steve's saying that to E-Rock, who ate the biggest shit sandwich of the week with that virus bit.
Oh.
So he had no problem when you were under the bus, right?
Well,
taking a lot of shit from a lot of people.
Well, he said he felt bad, but that's what I say.
But it wasn't him. Once it's him, then that's when the problem occurs.
He doesn't like to be goofed on whatsoever.
He said he felt bad. He understood why I was upset, but what else was he going to do?
Right. Okay.
So
I didn't, quite frankly. But I really didn't understand why you were upset. It was a funny bit.
Yeah, we like it.
It's like it's funny.
We do like the virus bit.
So Steve's really upset. So I go, okay, he just get the fuck away from me. So I walk out of the office and I walk into the second office where Sam is sitting.
And you were still near him.
Yeah. Well,
Maybe he's just super sensitive because that probe crashed into him earlier this morning.
Did they find water or what?
I found French fry oil.
Oh, man. What are you doing? Jeez, come on. Come on.
Okay. Sorry.
Where's Ozo when you need him? Come on.
Come on.
So he says, get the fuck away from me. So I leave the office and head into Sam's office, which Steve then follows me into Sam's office. And I sit down, and he continues going after me, screaming at me, saying, fuck me, all the favors that he's done, and don't expect me to help you out with all this other shit anymore. I'm tired of this stuff. You better pick a side.
I know.
And I'm
Pick a side?
Steve, I'm trying to tell him this wasn't as bad as he's making this. Because out of everybody, I pick on him the least, and what I do to him is hardly really really bad considering what he gets on a daily basis.
What side,
right?
though? Wait a minute. Wait. There's fucking sides being chosen? What did he mean? Well, maybe he meant Eastern and Western Hemisphere. What side?
Well, he feels...
Are there teams here?
Oh, come on. We all know there's teams, Sam. Let's
no. I know that. I just wanted someone to say it.
We all secretly acknowledge that.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. But somehow it works. Split right down the middle, too.
The Jets and the Sharks.
Right. That's the beauty of this show. It's pretty much split right down the middle.
But what about Steve?
That's the problem. He's not on one of the sides.
He's his own side?
There's a team Anthony, there's a team Opie, but then everyone gets along, but Steve doesn't feel like he's part of a team.
So it's like the whole show's on one side of a seesaw, he's on the other, and it's level? I know.
And that's just based on we just get along with members of the staff better than others. I don't hate anyone on the staff, to be honest with you.
Geographically, certain things work out better.
I don't hate anyone.
Perhaps if Sam lived a little closer to me, he'd be my little twink friend.
Yay!
Yeah, instead of Opie's flunky. And if Danny didn't live in Queens and hop, skip, and a jump to my house, perhaps we wouldn't black out drunk together on the weekend.
There is free beer, so I'd probably make the trip.
How many guys, for these teams? How many guys work here?
I know.
I only know like three.
But what is? I don't think that's even what Steve's talking about. Like, what is Steve referencing?
Wait, Sam's on it. Let's go.
Steve thinks
there's Sam makes me think he's a smarmy little douche.
He really is. He put his head down like I'm sorry to have to say this, but
they're
meanwhile,
asking.
He's happy as a pig in shit to mix this up.
He's chomping at the bit. He can't wait to get on.
Mix it up, you little prick.
You guys are confused. You're describing the Opie team and Anthony teams. Those are the on-air teams, not the behind-the-scenes teams.
Now there's a behind-the-scenes team, which is...
Well, I mean, there's a documented rift between Steve and Danny. So we know that. I would assume that it would be Team Steve and Team Danny.
Yeah.
Back there. So I think that was the team.
Is there members of Team Steve, though? Behind the scenes?
Holy shit. Is anyone on Team Steve?
I think Steve felt that Eric was a member of Team Steve, and when Eric did what he did on the air, Steve felt he was maybe leaning over towards Team Danny, although since Eric also hates Danny, I doubt he's on that team too.
So how did that happen?
I don't think they hate each other that much.
Steve seems very nice to me. What does he do to have this going?
He doesn't want to be part of the fun.
Maybe I don't have to deal with it. like, because I just come here to talk shit. But
So he followed you and started yelling and screaming. Sam, you saw this?
Yeah.
And you're saying Steve was...
Look at Sam.
And you're saying Steve was way out of line?
Steve's a party pooper?
There was other people that witnessed this, too, out in the hallway.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
I'm saying Steve was a bit over the top. He kept yelling at Eric and said that.
Scale?
That's how I said that.
Can Steve fire anybody?
No.
Is he somebody's boss?
To be completely honest with you, if there's a lot of honesty today, he can't fire shit.
Oh, jeez.
You can't.
Steve's a
I thought Steve
figurehead.
could fire people.
Steve's a figurehead.
He's my superior.
What?
Definitely, yeah.
Shut up.
He is.
He can't fire
Steve can
anyone.
fire you?
I mean,
I know he can suspend you.
okay, Danny.
I know. He can write reports on people.
No, people have...
To get to who?
Patrice.
To get to the next level boss up.
No, it ain't happening. Here's the deal with this place. A lot of people have like fake titles, but in the end, Ant and I run the entire company.
Yeah, we
so-
run the whole company,
For real.
actually.
For real.
Yeah.
No one's getting fired without our say.
Don't make me
Steve
go
can't
upstairs.
fire anyone.
No.
I mean, Opie's the main boss, so
He could suggest, hey, what about
Opie and
Anthony?
Anthony. I mean,
See,
Opie's
that was because of a team Opie
I know,
thing.
because he's
All right,
team
yeah.
Opie.
he just happened to be the one
Danny
who
would
was
say
speaking.
you're the boss. So it works out.
know.
Opie was just the one speaking at the time.
I hear ya.
If you had said that, I would have said Anthony's the main boss.
So there's no worry. And is this why Steve is not here right now?
I don't know why he hasn't.
No, but
while Steve was yelling at
down the
Eric,
hall.
he could suggest. I'll be fair. He could suggest a firing, but in the end, it's up to Ant and I who gets fired.
But if that's the case, everybody can suggest a firing.
Of course, that's what I'm saying. And then there's other bosses that
The
are higher.
janitor can suggest a firing.
Then there's other bosses that are higher than Steve that think they have power. It's the whole joke.
He's the eunuch
It really is a
producer. He's like a eunuch.
I
Producer
know.
I know.
I know.
Steve said he preferred to keep his head down and remain off the air.
Head down into the plate of
No,
fucking
it's-
French fries.
To a trough.
I know.
I know.
I know.
Oh my God. This is brutal.
Why is it brutal?
It's so
This is
brutal,
what happens
man.
in every fucking workplace.
I guess you're right. You're just talking about it.
Steve prefers to do what his job is, you
Yeah.
know, booking guests and making the proper phone calls and emails, but remain off the air.
Why do you say that with a smile, Sam?
I'm happy to be here. I'm at the Opie and Anthony show. You know, it's a good day for me every day.
So Steve will not be joining us on the air for this discussion?
Frankly,
That would
I
drive
highly
Jimmy
doubt
nuts.
it.
You know, the person that would be pissed off by that the most would be Jimmy.
Norton
Jimmy
would
gets
be
fucking
losing his
furious.
You tell him to get his fucking ass
in
down
the
here.
air.
It's for the fucking show. It's for the show, the fucking asshole.
That's what Jimmy would be saying. He'd be very angry.
But that's Steve's prerogative. You know.
I'm hurt for Steve because I know that Steve has to think that he's higher than these guys.
Yeah.
You would have to feel like he thinks he can more than suggest things.
No.
If Steve tells me what to do, I always do it. He is superior.
See, if something happens off the air, if there's an argument or some discussion off
Yes,
the air
yes.
that is, kind of nasty, then he could file a little report about the person.
And who gets it? You?
No, we wouldn't see. What are you? I'm going to look at a fucking report?
And
no, we'd get knocked upstairs.
Someone's asking about Roland because we said that no one gets fired without our approval. Roland didn't work for.
No, he didn't work.
He worked for another company that
he subcontracted.
kind of strong armed the company CBS to not continue with Roland.
He was a
They wanted way too much money.
subcontractor.
And we're trying to get Roland hired here.
But yeah,
kind of a different situation to be honest with you.
No, there have just been things.
Oh, that's so funny.
Steve said Eric was kicking him in the dick.
Oh, yeah.
You're kicking me in the dick.
He's like, how many times are you going to keep kicking me in the dick?
Wow.
Because of his breakfast?
Apparently, yeah.
Does you know what show he works for?
No.
This is easy
That's a
stuff.
hilarious breakfast, though.
That
This
really
is easy
is.
stuff.
It's a funny-ass breakfast.
Something's going on deeper than this because this is breakfast.
That's
did
easy.
French fry. This is breakfast.
Dude, when you order a
Yeah.
watermelon, what's
Chicken?
the first thing we do? We make fun of you.
Who can get? Here's the thing. Here's the funny part. Who can get chicken, French fries, and eggs
Yeah, in the morning.
breakfast time.
That's very resourceful.
And it's a hilarious breakfast with blue cheese.
It's a weird breakfast. It doesn't really make sense.
It doesn't make any sense, that breakfast.
He
Why
brings
is he
it in
so
from home.
ashamed of this
Oh, he
breakfast?
brings it from home. Oh, he brings it from home.
Yeah, it's deeper than that. Patrice is absolutely right, because we all get smashed on this show.
He shouldn't be so hurt about this.
It's deeper.
This is some type of posthumous breakfast that he dedicates to somebody.
Look at that breakfast.
That's not around anymore.
Look at that fucking breakfast. Two giant cheeseburgers.
Look at the angry bite marks.
Look at how those bite marks are like velociraptor. Like a velociraptor got it.
Why wouldn't? First of all, I wouldn't. Every morning, here's the genius of Eric right now. Every morning, I would look at that and go, "What the fuck?
But
who are you, man versus food, niggas?"
I think food's winning.
For the record, Patrice, a big guy, is laughing at all the fat jokes. Okay, because that's all it is.
Why is he upset about this? He's eating 2 hamburgers for breakfast.
There's a lot of
and we're not supposed to
animosity.
comment about that.
I believe he feels he is shat upon more than other people.
Steve is
not even close.
The only shitting, I would say.
Not even close. I'll tell you right now.
As a fan of the show.
E-Rock gets shit on twice as much, and that's why it's so weird that Steve goes after E-Rock. Understand what E-Rock takes on a daily basis from this radio show.
As a person who's a fan, and as a person who comes through, I'm not here all the time.
Yeah.
But from what
Thank God.
and from what I understand,
I'd be a silent partner by Tuesday.
Eric gets fucked with a lot.
Yes.
Sam gets fucked with none. Barely none.
Well, because he postured.
Danny barely gets fucked with. Danny doesn't get fucked with. And Travis.
Travis gets fucked with because he's a little bitch.
It's not
he's
true.
a skinny little girl
But I'm
bitch.
saying
He's a homosexual
Danny takes
that married a girl just to prove that he wasn't homo, but he is, and his child isn't his.
Why do you keep kicking me in the dick?
I think the only thing Steve has is the gay voice thing. Is his only.
Yes.
Now he has.
Now he's got breakfast.
Now he has food.
Now he's got breakfast. Sam doesn't get fucked with that much because he's a smarmy motherfucker who could turn it right around. Danny doesn't get fucked with as much on the air because he just turns around and goes, "Go fuck yourself," and like it's the end of story. Like, hey, fuck you. And it's over.
You know what? That's not fair. You're simplifying it. Everyone gets fucked with. They really do.
But my point is Steve does not get a whole lot of nothing except for the Steve voice.
Right. Yes.
That's it.
That's funny.
Gay.
But now he has the gay voice. Now he's the gay voice who eats 2 cheeseburgers.
Giant fucking bites out of cheeseburgers.
And here's how big they are. They don't fit in the thing.
No,
so
they don't.
he ate them for him to fit in the thing.
He had to take 3 gigantic bites so it fits in the fucking plastic container. Because 2 won't fit. 1.5 fit.
How can he be so fucking upset about this? I want to know. Can you get him?
When he bought these, did he tell the guy he'll gladly pay him Tuesday for those today? I
Where's Steve, man? Can we talk to Steve, please? I don't make fun of this. I just want to know what's going on. Why the fuck is he so upset about this?
Let's get Steve in here and
There's a deeper
settle
thing.
this.
He can't be upset about this. It's a giant... It's a half-eaten giant burger and a full giant burger.
Steve, come on down here and explain.
It was an omelet, French fries, and a chicken salad.
Yeah.
For breakfast.
Yeah. We got to, it's got to be
Tupperware.
discussed. Why wouldn't we discuss that?
That he brings from home. He made 2 big sandwiches? Did he make these at the house? That he bought for breakfast?
Cooking up cheeseburgers at 4 in the morning, 3 in the morning. Putting them in Tubbywear.
And trust me, this is not.
I don't like food that much.
This is not a diet
to cook at 4 in the morning.
No.
These are. If there were 2 hamburgers with no bun, I would say okay, he's doing some Atkins. But
I don't know.
I don't see.
The French fries fucked it up.
So E-Rock, how did it end?
Well, that was sort of the end of the first fight. He left the second office and went back into our office and just wasn't talking at all. Then during one of the commercial breaks, I'm down here and I'm talking with Sam about doing something for the weekend, and he goes, "Come here," and he pulls me away from everybody down the hallway, and I was pretty much told to shut up and listen while he just unloaded on me.
Wow.
stating that
pointing and waving,
that little crazy psycho dead stare right through you, kind of thing, just pointing.
Ay, nah.
Just,
oh man,
Yes,
and
I'm very familiar with this talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
to the point where
nah.
he's sweating as he's talking because he's really intense.
Now he's coming.
And this was a different Steve than I've seen on a daily basis.
Oh, wow.
So I'm like, okay, and I sat there.
Play the
and-
Darth Vader
Make sure
march
you
music
leave
right here. Look at this.
Darth Vader
This motherfucker. Dun, 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 dun. Oh shit.
Here's just so we're all abundantly clear what I said to Eric. It was, I got my finger right in his face, looked at him as if he was a piece of fucking hamburger that had just been ripped through. And, I said, I'm a good guy, and I will continue to be a good guy to you until you fuck with me one too many times. And then I will, yeah, exactly. And then I will direct all of that good guy energy to fucking with you.
And then you will
nonstop.
suggest that something happens to him.
No, I'll just start doing it.
No,
I am a vindictive motherfucker when I get screwed with.
But okay, now two things. One, that's interesting because I've been finding out the politics. I mean, you'll get along. I like Steve, man. I would never had a problem. But they say you only have the power of suggestion.
Yeah, basically, basically
you're a magician in here when it comes to them. So basically, what could you do to really fuck with them if you have nothing more than suggestion?
It's not so much fucking with them like within here. You can't really do anything. You're completely castrated in here. Nobody has any power.
Okay.
Nobody has any power. But I'm the first person a lot of times that people come to and, hey, can you get me into this event? Hey, can you give me tickets to this event?
Okay.
Who does that? And
you're like fucking Morgan Freeman from Shawshank. You get things, and
I'm
now
the
you're
first
say,
person
fuck that.
on the phone with publicists and.
I'll get you a rock hammer.
And ticket brokers and people that need free shit. I'm happy to do it. All of a sudden, let's fuck with them a little bit. The guy that gets the free shit, let's go fuck with him a little bit.
But wait a
really?
minute. Steve, I haven't asked you for tickets to
this week.
No. When did I ask you for tickets to an event?
I don't, dude. It's not.
No,
so
you
much,
brought it up. Bring it. Tell me when I asked you.
It's not tickets.
Yeah, I've never asked for anything.
What do I ask you for? I know one thing, and it wasn't even for me.
What? Stargate fucking box sets?
No, that came from the publicist.
Now, do you hear the stuttering in Eric's voice a little bit right now? You just stuttered a little bit, dude.
It's taking advantage. It's taking advantage of someone's good nature who is happy to fucking do stuff for you until, bing, there's a little needle.
Dude, I never do anything to you. That's the one thing that I've been doing for the longest time.
And I know you've been doing it for the longest time.
And you haven't said one word that this was a problem.
Let's get to the real thing.
Yeah, what's the problem with the
Why are
bed?
you upset? First of all, I've seen a picture of your breakfast.
Yeah.
2 giant hamburgers.
You're right. It's usually something
and
I didn't eat the night before.
French fries,
Yeah.
an omelet, and a chicken salad sandwich or something.
Yeah, something like that. Honestly.
Why are you upset that is out there?
Because I'm a fucking addict who is able to kick every other fucking thing that he's been addicted to, but he hasn't been able to fucking deal with this one yet. So, for some reason, that one strikes a nerve. Because I got over it once, dropped, a pile of weight, got fucking surgery, and then when I stopped drinking, I jumped over to this addiction.
So this is a little pity party for yourself. You can't.
No, that's not a pity party at all. It's not a pity party
that
at all.
helps. That help. The ridiculousness of this will help you in the long run.
No. I'll tell you something. My old man when I was a kid.
It's helping me, nigga.
No. Here's
you
something.
got that giant hamburger.
When I was a
The
kid, man
bowl.
used to tell me to my face, the world does not respect fat people. If you get married, you'll never get a job. No one will ever love you. I ballooned up to 400 pounds by the time I was 23 years
And
old.
you found that he. So you
No,
lost
I
weight.
actually- no.
400
You wound up achieving everything except for the people king you.
Right. Thank you.
So you're fat. So Steve, this fat issue.
No.
This is, and I'm not being funny, man. Usually fat dudes,
Jolly.
because we have the ability to be other than fat. I mean, I know personality-wise, you got to be a little above a notch if you're fat. Why? That's like such a man. I don't want to say woman, but it's such a how women get depressed about fatness. Dudes get depressed about fat a little bit more. Dudish.
Different.
Like you should be able to see that this is funny.
Yes. Intellectually, I see it. Emotionally, I don't.
So, so you should really.
Yeah, but the problem is E-Rock went through the same shit this week. He didn't like the bit he was involved with.
Eric's a perpetual victim, unfortunately.
But you're being one too right now, though.
No, I don't think so. Not at all.
You're being a victim right now.
How so?
You're being a victim because you told us once upon a time I was a little boy who my father told me this.
You asked what was behind it. I'm telling you what was behind it.
But that behind-itness is... And I'm not saying you're perpetual, but you're victimizing yourself because you're angry emotionally about this. It's not personal. This is internal. He just clicks. It's not his fault that you're having this issue.
No, it's not his fault that he's having this issue. What he's doing is instigating. What he's doing is acting as a catalyst.
Now, did you know that he had this issue with his size the way he does?
No.
Now he does. If he does it again, then
now he does it, and he'll do it twice as much.
now he does, and he'll do it twice as much.
There's been times too I've seen some of the horrible shit that he was eating, and I'd say, Steve, you know, with your surgery and everything else, are you supposed to be eating the bread? Are you supposed to be doing this? No, I'm not. I've talked to him about this a few times, and that added with he knew I've been doing this for a while. Now today, everything just fucking hit, and he went off.
You're a victim, E-Rock.
Apparently.
Well, defend yourself.
You want a rape kit? You could swab your ass and get some DNA.
No,
Victim.
That shit is
his new character, Victim.
Vic fucking hamburger.
You know what? Again, intellectually, you're right. You're right. I get it.
Now you're
Victim.
He just touched the nerve.
Yes. He touched the fucking nerve. And you know what you do? I used to work on fucking Lansdowne Street. You know what the hardest bitch is? I used to work on Lansdowne Street every fucking night.
In Boston.
Yeah.
Okay.
Every fucking night. Do you know what a joy it is?
Boring.
Oh, shit. Wow.
This is something Patrice
I didn't see your hand move.
Oh, God damn. Holy shit.
Oh, my God. Man.
That was bad, man.
Why are you reaching for your little machine, man?
No, I want to prove that.
No, really. Steve's opening up.
Steve.
It's about time he opens up.
Oh, my
so why don't
God, man.
Lansdowne Street.
Don't be that.
No, it's boring.
Once upon a time.
It's fun.
Oh, fuck balls. Steve, I swear to God, call me off air. I want to talk to you, man. Fuck that.
Why is E-Rock hiding his face? Because he's embarrassed that he's a victim?
He's victim.
Victim.
Just got it.
Why are you laughing at that? That hurts E-Rock. But that's what we're getting at. That hurts him personally.
I love Vic.
He doesn't want to be called Victim.
Vic Dumb. Best name ever. Hey, Vic.
Mr. Dumb.
God damn it.
Table's ready. So Lansdowne Street. Look, I'm not even
Anyway,
close to buttons.
You said you worked on Lansdowne Street.
I worked on Lansdowne Street, and I was huge then. So, but when somebody fucks with you when you're working in that place, what can you do?
You punch him in the face.
As hard as you fucking can.
Right.
You can't do that anymore in civilized walking upright person society.
How much weight have you gained back since the surgery? Since your smallest?
Since my smallest, about 50 pounds. Probably 40, 50 pounds.
That's not a complete
No, it's
off.
not, but it's still, it's fucking...
Some coke. No? Oh, okay.
I'm an addict. I don't do that shit. I can't do that shit.
No?
My sister died of a drug overdose, so I don't do that shit.
Coke in moderation? You ever hear anybody? I do coke in moderation.
One nostril a week.
Yeah, that's it.
Can't do that. It was now joke. With my inherent developed ability, obviously this is years ago, to deal with people on a confrontational level taken away. I'm not as witty as these guys. I'm not, and I'm not as witty as you or Ope or Ant or Jimmy. So I really can't hold my own in here. So,
but you say you're not as witty as Eric?
I'm not talking about Eric. I just pointed at. I'm sorry,
Patrice. It's Vic.
Yeah,
Vic
I'm sorry. I was Patrice. I
Vic.
clearly pointed at you, Ope and Ant, and referenced Jim, who isn't here.
Pitted, so pitted,
so pitted.
This is crazy, man.
So what is it? What
this
is it
fucking
like?
Crazy.
Like, you must understand that is not a good breakfast.
Absolutely.
So why not just not have the French fries?
most days I throw them out. I bring them here. I don't eat them. I throw them out. And the fact that I'm bringing them here,
his addiction, by the way. I'm
Anthony, but I understand too. But it's like falling off the wagon. You gotta like get back on. Now there was a point you're working out. You're fucking.
Right.
You were big guy. Muscles and shit like that.
Yeah.
And then you pack on a few pounds, and then you must realize and go, all right, I got to do something about this.
Now your woman she was a trainer, right?
She is. She's pregnant now, but she's a fitness model and a female bodybuilder.
So as soon as y'all have the baby, she'll
be right back on stage.
But you'll be right back doing her. She makes you do your thing, right?
Truthfully, I've asked her to help me get my shit back together because I didn't like the way I looked, but I've been fucking sliding like crazy.
Anthony, Susan Waldman just saw a picture of Steve's breakfast.
Of all the dramatic things I've ever seen.
Oh, my God.
Oh, yeah! Oh, yeah! Oh, no! Oh, no!
E-Rock's a victim. That's all
Victim. Love Victim.
What's up, Vic?
Victor Dumb. Dr. Van Dum. Victor Van Dum. That's terrible, man.
Yeah. Jean-Claude Van Dum. No.
E-Rock?
E-Rock, comment? No.
Do you feel like you're a victim?
Today I do, yes.
Today? Why today? It's not even about you today.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Like earlier in the week, yeah.
Only you can fix yourself, Steve. Let's see.
You do realize
fat is like a universe full of bubbles.
Yes. But I'm also completely irrational and crazy.
All right, fair enough.
What was that?
I'm irrational and crazy.
Thank you.
Oh,
well, I've never debated
nice
that fact. The fact that I walk in here and on multiple occasions have thought about eviscerating somebody with my bare fucking hands.
I see his eyes. I've never seen his eyes
especially
like this.
for a person in a leadership role. It's very healthy.
Go cry in your burgers.
Wait a minute,
from designated wise ass over there.
Hey, I'm just stating the obvious and fact.
No, Danny doesn't like me, so anything anything.
And pause for the course, Buster.
Can this be? He called him Buster.
Buster. Yeah, Danny's the most disrespectful shitmouth on the entire staff. So
hold on.
Anything that he says has to be
hold
taken
on there,
with several.
Chief.
Yeah,
Buster.
Hold on there, Chief.
Yes.
Let's just. Hey, wait a second, champ.
Pally.
Can this thing
just used the
ever
word
be fixed?
Buster?
You know what? I extended an olive branch a few weeks ago, and Danny subsequently wiped his ass with it.
What was that? What
I offered to speak. I wrote you a polite email and said, you know what? It's been a while since we spoke. I think you and I should really have a conversation.
I don't talk to people who almost punch me in the face.
Dude,
and try to
you
get
are
me
lucky
fired,
I never connected and knocked your fucking
No,
teeth
you're
out.
lucky.
No, I'm not.
Lucky.
Dude, I would. The reason your attitude is so shitty, I think, is because you've never had your ass properly fucking handed to you.
Yeah, because that's how you solve problems with people that you have disagreements with.
Absolutely.
You just fling hard meat into their faces.
Yes.
That's not the way things work.
No, or you take their face and smash them as hard as you can against the fucking wall.
Steve, that's a very unhealthy. It's an unhealthy attitude to have about disputes and disagreements.
Oh, it fixes them real quick, though. It fixes them right fucking quick.
No, Steve, it doesn't fix anything.
Because one person is unresponsive and in a fucking coma.
And then you're out of a job.
You're out of a job, you go to jail, and I sue your balls off.
Sue me for what?
So
I'm
who
fucking
wins?
broke. Sue me for what? Enjoy.
So who wins? So then who really wins? So keep settling all your disputes and arguments with your big meat fists and see where that gets you.
You know what though, but Danny,
You're gonna be okay.
This is unfair, dude. You're both playing this. This is wrong for you.
Hey, bud, what's your problem?
It's wrong for how you doing it.
I hate this place.
And it's wrong for how he's threatening you, but it's wrong how you're doing him.
Negro.
With a guy that just said he's just not going to be a witty guy with you.
Negro.
Y'all should just stop, man.
That's fine. Look, I know Steve for a very long time at this point.
There's no way to fucking be friends again.
And to be honest, no, I don't think so, because there was a point in time where Steve really, I feel that he really fucked me really bad, and I was really pissed really, really pissed off. And
was that?
ever since
Do
that
you
day,
feel like you fucked him bad?
No, I didn't.
So then
that was,
it's
that
never
was the
gonna-
day I took him and just threw him in the fucking garbage because I was like, you know what? If that's the way you're going to be, bro, then I don't
Because
really
he
need to talk
accepts
to you.
absolutely no responsibility for his actions. So when I had to answer for him,
That's what we need. Big fight.
Well, Buckaroo.
yeah.
Wait, what happened though?
Buster.
Oh, I made some comments about his website, and he didn't
No,
like it. So
that's not.
That is
that's
exactly
not
what
it
happened.
at all. That is not it at all.
All right, well,
Not
prove
at
it.
all.
I always wondered what the big issue was.
We'll prove it
I,
any
don't-
other way.
I honestly don't remember, but there was something that I can't fucking talk about, unfortunately, because it's a matter of corporate bullshit. But it had nothing to do with a comment you made about the website. It was something that I was questioned about regarding your behavior, and I had to answer for. It got you in trouble. You thought I did it fucking deliberately.
You did, because it was like a day later, Steve.
It's nothing worse than not being able to sock a guy who's like fucking
And I'll tell you
saying, I'll fucking sue you.
Yeah, exactly. I'll fucking sue you. Do you know what fucking enrage that elicits?
It's nothing worse than a guy that goes, you're a fucking nothing because you want to hit me. You're a Neanderthal, fat man. Now eat your burgers. And he just wants to toss this nigga through a wall. and he fucking can't. How you feel, Buster? I didn't realize.
Look, not for nothing, but, you know,
That's just so fucking annoying.
Razzle dazzle.
I did a lot of stuff for Steve before this internship ever materialized. It was all pro bono stuff. I worked for his website, did some writing and stuff for him, you know, and that was very nice. And so I felt to be treated in this respect back, I felt was really fucked up, and it was just a smack in the face because he got his feelings hurt personally.
No,
So
that wasn't
that's
it.
It is it, Steve.
That isn't it.
This has been
Oh my
years,
God, you're
hasn't
so
it?
wrong.
Yeah.
How could you fucking... This is amazing.
Sam just goes, oh, yeah. Like, he puts a sad face on Sam, like, oh, this is, I can't even be in the same room as, oh, this is so upsetting to me.
Sam
Sam
has
is the
a
worst of
boner
them all,
that he's
man.
holding his with his
Sam's
pants
like one of them
waist.
Star Trek monsters that gets strength from this. like people fighting, he gets actual strength.
Somewhere in the sewer system of New York City, there's orange goo that's bubbling.
Sam is such a piece of
Sam
shit.
is a fucking piece of shit.
I will accept that criticism. I will accept that.
How does Vic Dumb feel about it?
He enjoyed that one.
Yeah.
I heard him laugh.
That was funny.
I didn't think it would get it to be the Steve Danny thing, though, again, because that's always getting brought up. It always is.
It always circles
You two have a very volatile work relationship. Yeah.
Yeah, one wants to sock the other,
Yeah.
and the other one goes, please do,
Yeah,
and you're
please do so
fucking
I
out
can
of
sue
here.
you into even further bankruptcy.
Steve's
Well, I got
really
news for you, buddy. If you did, that's what I do.
Well, good luck,
How
buddy.
professional is it for a guy who's the executive producer of the show to raise a fist to someone else? How fucking professional is that?
At the time, it felt like the best thing in the world.
But is it professional, Steve?
I don't get this whole fucking room isn't professional. Are you fucking kidding me? This is the least professional environment you could possibly work in.
So then you're saying that it's...
I bet you
dude,
Danny,
you win. You know what? You win,
Danny
bro.
would go,
It's like arguing
if
on
he
the
hit him, if Steve hit Danny, Danny would go, you did it now, pal. Now you done it, pal.
Dude, I've got pissed off around this place before, and never once have I thought that a rational reaction would be to raise my fist to somebody. I've never once thought that was going to be the proper road to go down in any dispute or disagreement that has ever happened in this building or in the XM building. Ever.
When's the last time you had a really nasty fist fight and got your face kicked the fuck into a curb? Seriously. Did
That
it
is
ever
not
happen?
dude, that is not the end all and be all
No,
of everything.
you're not answering
Fists
the question.
do not solve problems, Steven.
They
don't.
do.
Sometimes they do.
Sometimes they really do. And the fact that you can't answer that question means you probably never have.
Between Quentin
So you're right,
Jackson
I need a
and
good
Chuck
ass
Liddell
whipping,
and
and that'll whip me right into shape.
Yeah,
It'll
he'd be
fucking,
better off
it'll
if he got
fucking
punched
instill a
in the
sense
face.
of humility that you've never fucking had. I have been hit so fucking hard that I couldn't see straight.
I don't care.
Good. Well, good. Good. You know what? That says a monumental amount. You're indifferent and you're a fucking wise ass.
No, your world is completely different than mine. My world doesn't revolve around physicalities, and yours does.
No, it has nothing to do with that.
Yes, it does. That's your whole argument.
You have a massive problem with authority. You hate people who fucking even remotely exemplify a father figure. You fucking hate
Wow,
them.
no, that's dude. Now you're bringing your own things out
No,
to the
I'm
open.
not. No, I'm not. Look, every fucking reaction to an authoritative decision, this guy fucking
Get my
acts like
dad
he
on
just
the phone.
pissed in his cornflakes.
Get my dad on the phone. We'll talk about how much I hate my daddy and how I have daddy issues.
Everybody in this fucking room has daddy issues.
You have daddy
don't.
issues? You want to come over, Danny? I love that.
I don't have a daddy issue. My dad's dead, and I fucking loved him the whole time. What the fuck are you talking about?
One exception.
I have mommy issues.
Oh, wait, no, mommy.
Great.
Steve.
Oh, Travis is here. Holy shit.
Whoa, Travis left the other room.
I'm in here now.
Wait. I gotta be on Steve's side. This is Attack of the Nerds. and Steve is ogre. And he can't. What Steve does is take nerds and throws them through a window.
Steve is ogre.
And steps on his fucking Terminator doll that he built.
Travis just tagged in. No,
he did. This is fucking.
Who's at your station right now, Travis?
Yeah, people. A million people were.
I can't let this happen because this is about to be. It's Lilliput. It's like
Lilliput.
He's Gulliver. It's Gulliver. It's like they on him with the I'm gonna fucking poke you shit.
What?
And he can't do shit to him.
What does Travis have on this whole thing?
I just want to know what he's got on him.
I completely disagree with Steve. I completely agree with Danny, and I'm tired of when Steve comes in here and he just dismisses Danny's opinion as Danny hates me. Well, here I am, and I think that if you punch me in the face, nothing would change. You would be out of a job, and I would still be here.
You'd be in a coma.
More civil suits.
Yeah, exactly.
Punching me in the face or punching Danny in the face is not going to solve anything. You would be out of a job.
Silence is one of the parties.
You would be out of a job,
but he doesn't.
This is the most ridiculous argument I've ever been part of.
He's not gonna ever punch you. He doesn't think about punching you. It's that the way he is.
No, he thinks
punching is flying, but he'll never do it.
And that's not healthy for a boss to do. That's not healthy.
Travis would be at a station going.
Oh, you fuckers!
That's not healthy. I completely agree that by an executive producer saying I'm irrational and crazy and I'll threaten to punch you in the face, that's not healthy. That's not what
no one
a
wants
boss
to work
should
under
do.
those circumstances.
How's anyone going to respect that?
Why do you look and feel like Richard Dreyfuss right now? You sound like Richard Dreyfuss from Jaws. You're not gonna until something comes up and bites you in the ass.
You got it. You got any better suggestions?
Is this the black girl body slam incident, by the way?
What?
Wow, I just shut down the show.
Holy Opie.
No, the legal thing.
What?
No.
All right.
No.
Is anybody?
Sorry.
Before that.
Leave Steve alone.
Which one was it?
Why don't y'all apologize? What the
Ralphie
fuck?
May finger in the butthole?
Whoa.
No fucking way, no
So
fucking
Danny,
way, no fucking way, no
nothing
fucking
can
way, no fucking way.
Nothing happened. What?
Nothing can happen to make this stop. Nothing.
I don't think so.
Oh no.
If
I
he
think
said,
that ship has
I'm
sailed.
very sorry for that. Nothing.
No, I mean, we work together. We have to work together. But aside from that,
I'm saying not to just be cool.
Dude, this is.
It seems like dudes just don't
It's
stay mad at each other when
surface.
one goes, I'm sorry.
This is very surface.
No, this is deeper than that. This has been going on for a while.
It's a weird thing to be
Years.
around somebody like that.
Years, actually.
I couldn't work. I'd be like, damn, how could you come? If I found out, like, you just go, hey, Patrice.
Yeah.
I come in and I go, this motherfucker hates me. Like, I'm gonna remove myself from this situation.
Yeah.
Like,
Steve, how are you going to deal with?
You be funny and fun with somebody that you?
I know.
Steve, how are you going to deal with
could you
your own
do that?
child? Are you going to beat him up if he
No, of
if he
course
doesn't
not.
listen?
Oh,
well, then
my
why?
God! Holy
But I mean, it's a fair point.
But it is a fair point because by your
child abuse,
by your argument, you're saying, well,
Right.
you don't listen. So my reaction to that is I'll punch
So
you.
if you
So
have
when
it in you to like work it out a different way with your own child when your child is born, why not with your
me?
Why not with your
No,
fellow
absolutely
employees?
different case entirely. I learned a
different.
whole. I was.
Why
taught,
can't you bring
Nah,
some of
it's
those
different.
skills to the workplace then? And not
I
work,
bring a lot. I actually,
and work
look,
on the fact that physical violence isn't going to get
physical violence
these guys
is
working
the final
any harder.
5% of any confrontation resolution. Okay, you try to resolve it every other way before it would ever get to that point. Obviously, but the fact that
So you're getting close to punching someone because everything else isn't working.
he's at 94.
no, it's just you realize that some battles aren't
And
worth
with
fighting.
everybody piling on, he's getting close to coming in with 3 cheeseburgers. He's gonna sit down. And he's gonna fucking just light this studio up with some fucking 511s. You know what I'm saying? If he's starting to feel a little bit piled on, because here it comes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, you really got to fix this.
So the way Patrice is seeing it, it's everyone else's fault except.
And it's a bunch of I'm on both sides because I've learned that way, but it's really difficult when you're physically a big dude and dudes approach you with fuck the fact that everybody can't fight or whatever, but dudes understand dudes. You can't just be a dude and not accept the motherfucker's apology if he apologizes. Now, I'm not saying that he did, but fuck that. If I go, man, I'm sorry, you have to go, man. You gotta somehow embrace that. 2, the idea of not fighting, it's just dudes, we think about that. That's how we roll, we might fight. And for other dudes to go, I'll sue you, motherfucker. Yeah. It just ain't cool as dudes. This is non-dude shit. To Eric and everybody, and Sam's out of it because Sam's just that kind of witty, I guess. But the motherfucker, I understand what he's saying. I understand what they're saying, but this ain't dude shit. That's the thing, man. You can't be friends or around each other talking about I'm going to sue you there. That's bitches, man.
He's not my friend.
But you are, though, because you're hurt.
Coworker.
I was hurt 2 years ago. I don't give a shit anymore.
But see, you do because you're not over it. That's what I mean.
Completely over it.
You're not over it because you won't embrace
No, because it's like
being friends again.
That was one thing 2 years ago. There's a million things every day. There's a million things every day.
It's
fair enough, man.
It's like people that aren't friends but have to work together, not liking each other. Then you don't.
So how do they work together? What's the example of you working together?
Working together. Steve and Danny.
Sam runs to the mic. Old instigator Sam.
You have to understand. There's we have 2 offices here. Danny's in one office. Steve's in the other office. They don't mix. There's no talking. There's no communication.
So what's the work? When do they connect as workers?
They don't.
You're watching it.
I mean, even
now.
the paperwork. Like, is it 3 degrees of separation from them where these two have to collaborate to make this show go on?
There's never a time where paperwork transmits from his office to our office. Like, everything is very self-contained. No, we do not work together.
You're just dudes that exist in the same space.
He'll tell me that, like, the guest has arrived, and that's that.
We'll have a staff meeting once a week with all the staff and the bosses. Steve will say what he's been doing. That's news to Danny because they don't communicate whatsoever, which might be better.
It's not so much that there's no communication.
So they're not co-workers. They just both get paid by SiriusXM and go home.
Yeah, Steve will go through me to tell Danny something.
It's like a sitcom.
And then he'll tell, but then he'll tell me that we don't communicate. Right. Too.
No. And I'll have to ask Travis, like when I need to get Danny's attention.
Let me ask you a question, Steve. Seriously, a serious question.
Yes.
When Ope wasn't in the other day, okay, why would you hand CDs to everybody else but me?
Because they were on this side of the room and closer to get to.
Oh, no, don't be like that. You didn't do it on purpose.
Well, then when have you ever handed Danny a CD when he's sitting here?
I stopped doing it. I don't know how many years ago.
So then why would you do it?
It was calculated and deliberate, and just admit the fact that you would rather not communicate with me.
Correct.
Fine. That's fine. That's all I have.
That's Steve's not defending himself. Well, I think that he doesn't give Danny the CDs.
So then don't tell me that I don't communicate at my review next week.
But it's also, it's also I hand something to Danny and I get the Danny eye roll, whatever. The Danny eye roll, whatever.
That's what Steve's issue is. Steve, he thinks that you don't give him stuff.
Wait, what?
Steve thinks that if he hands you stuff, it won't get to Opie.
When have I ever not? What has never not made it in? Like I don't understand what
sabotage.
Yeah, I
wow,
never thought.
This is fucking a.
I never thought
this is a movie.
I
This is James Bond shit.
Yep. Sabotage.
And you think what I'm thinking? 10-second rant time?
Stiff drink. Oh, and we should all smile now.
10-second tirade.
Tirade? It's a 10-second tirade?
I think Steve and Danny should each get one and then smile at each other afterwards.
Ooh, you want to do
No,
that,
because
Danny?
there won't be a smile if they want, so it won't count.
Okay. So you don't play along with the 10-second tirade?
Nope.
Do it, baby. They doing it. No?
Danny could smile and you could look at the teeth you're going to knock out.
Oh, Steve is just the lack of physicality that Steve can't have right now.
It's got to be frustrating as hell.
I think he would, if he could choke Danny, he would then, if Danny hated him, he'll be like, dude, I'm sorry every day, just to get fucking energy out.
It would look like the beginning of No Country for Old Men with the cop on the floor. Like Danny would be kicking
and he's just looking straight up in the air
on the floor, and Steve would just be like, just fucking choking the shit out of him. And then he'd go along to everybody else and put that bolt through our heads.
Hey, Danny, what's the most? You never lost anything in a coin toss, have you?
Vic, you got anything, Vic?
Vic Dumb.
No, I'm not allowed.
Vic Dumb.
I'm not allowed to talk to Steve until I can figure out a way to properly apologize to him.
Oh, shit.
Have you thought about it yet?
Yeah.
No, not yet.
Well, you go home and think about
Are
it,
you
young
gonna
man.
think about it?
He's dumb.
It's Vic Dumb. He's going to go home and think about something like fucking cotton candy
Both
and
guys
Ferris wheels.
have a point, man.
Wait, is
are
E-Rock
you
are you going to apologize to Steve?
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I'll think about it.
Whose side you on?
I don't see it happening.
Whose side am I on?
Why would you-
I'm on the side of me getting into my fucking truck and going home to
You're
my
right, I
lovely house.
I'm on the
and
side of
having a
them
stiff drink.
cutting the copy that they have
Whose
to
side
cut
you on,
because-
Ope? Who do you think should apologize?
Well, first E-Rock should apologize to Steve.
No, that ain't happening. I thought about getting him an apology gift, but if I put cheeseburgers down on his desk, I thought he would get upset.
I'll be honest, I am biased because I've had personal run-ins with Steven behind the scenes, things that don't want to discuss.
Which makes you believe in
but
the...
that no, it's just I have a hard time being around each other. We work together. We were very good friends, like at NEW and stuff like that. But things just happened. Things happen. We'll just say that. And Danny is a very close friend of mine. So I'm a little biased, so I can't really.
I think
Okay, this is a preponderance of the evidence.
No,
too. This is crazy because it makes
Patrice.
Steve look bad.
No, I'm not trying to make Steve look bad. I'm just saying what the facts is.
He just loses friends.
here's the problem.
But
Steve
no,
has, Steve has
that's what it is.
Steve has a major problem because the staff doesn't like him or respect him, and I don't know how it got to this point, but Steve's got a major problem. You got a major problem.
I have sat down each member of this
So
staff.
you did something because these guys don't like you.
Oh, it is a rise up right here.
And I guess you don't have to like.
They'd frag you if it was Vietnam.
and I guess, and you don't have to like the guy that you know.
Sergeant Barnes, baby.
And you don't have to like the guy that's higher than you in the hierarchy of a fucking workplace, but it goes way deeper than that. Steve did
wants
something.
to walk. Now, if we left this room now and he locked the door, Steve would sit them all down deaf. Now, what you all know about death? He'd kill him.
That's my honesty right there. Steve's got a major issue with these guys.
You know what? To my
that goes
face,
way
they will,
past
they
the
will
workplace. Fucking
Yeah, I know. You loved Stunt Brain. Yeah. Want a piece of me?
Like if it was
Take
one
a swing at me.
if it was one guy, then okay. But it seems like these guys are in agreement.
Well, if that's the case, then everybody lies.
Remember that scene?
Yeah. Well, go ahead. Yeah.
You fucking up the machine. When the machine breaks down, we break down. And I ain't gonna let that happen, boy. Now go ahead, y'all love Steve. Go ahead.
I don't know, Steve. I got
I'm
a
here,
bad
fellas.
feeling about
I'm
this
here,
one.
fellas. Kill me.
So what
Kill me.
So what do you say, Bob? Get the day off? I got a bad feeling about this Friday.
I got a bad feeling about this one.
I don't think I'm going to make it out of here.
I don't think I'm gonna make. We all gotta die sometime, Travis.
Holy shit.
Fucking Steve wants to put a hole in somebody's ass.
Steve been shit on 6 times and he's still here. You can't shit on Steve.
Let's have Sam talk for the group. Sam, because Danny comes from a place where we're not sure where he's coming from.
Yeah,
technically, E-Rock is too much of a pussy to speak up. He's a victim. He's a victim.
What are you, homosexual, Eric?
Sam, talk for the group.
What do you need to know?
About Steve, the work environment, who's wrong, who's right.
The relationship between Steve and the majority of the staff has undeniably been severed.
Wait, start over.
Wait a minute.
Just start over.
What? That's a direct contradiction.
This music playing right now is the greatest backdrop for this that ever lived.
See, we don't need Travis because he didn't pick this one.
Oh my God.
That's how this Steve laughs.
I don't know. I feel bad about this, brothers. I just feel bad. What are you, a crusader, Travis?
Yeah, we got ourselves a crusader.
We got ourselves a crusader. Look at this lump of shit. I cock her down, Travis. I cock her down.
I kick catch you taking a picture of Steve's breakfast one more time, I swear to God you're going to get a goddamn ticket out of here in a body bag.
Ah, shit you not.
Ah, shit you not. Bag and tag this piece of shit.
Oh, shit. This music.
Oh, it's perfect.
It's just, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Sam. This music is beautiful.
Yeah, wrap us up
Yeah,
with
Sam will put it all together here.
perspective.
I think.
Start over, because now we're...
Okay. The relationship between Steve and the majority of the staff, not the
could you start? Dear Grandma. The relationship between...
and the majority of the staff has been undeniably severed, as evidenced today. To Steve's credit, the last time Steve had a big thing on the air with all of us against him, he reached out to all of us.
Get me a medic. Go on. Get me a medic.
And he talked to all of us.
Okay, do it.
Yeah. Do it, boy.
Do it, boy.
Give me a minute. Okay, then. Do it.
I can't stop. It's just such a great fucking movie. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It's a lovely fucking war. Oh, shit.
Since that time, I've had no issues with Steve at all.
Yeah.
And our relationship is fine. Our working relationship is totally cool.
I see.
Eric did some things today that got under Steve's skin. However, I think, and if pressed, Steve would probably admit that his major yelling at Eric was due to frustrations that maybe Danny and maybe also Travis had built up in Steve.
I can't listen to nothing but this music.
They took out on Eric.
I can't listen to
But
shit.
how
but this
long
music
ago
right
have
now.
they, you know?
What do you mean?
How long ago have they frustrated Steve to where he would?
No,
take it out?
that's not accurate.
Danny
I'll
has
admit
been
it.
frustrating
Look,
Steve. Hang on. Danny has been frustrating Steve for
2 years.
2 years at least. Their relationship will never
Closer
be
to
fixed
3.
whatsoever.
We got to settle this now. I remember that. No, this happened back at NEW. They ripped us the fuck apart.
And I personally...
Can you just do this jumping up and down on one leg and laughing?
This music makes everything sad. It's just, it's fucking terrible. This music is fucking the
It really is.
Adagio is the worst. It's the saddest music ever made. I can't. I want to laugh. Look at Steve's face.
Yeah.
With this music. This is terrible.
Yeah.
Sam.
I think Steve's issues with Danny primarily played a part in what he took out on Eric. And I think that when he says pick a side, as Eric said, he said, I don't know if he said it or not, but if he said pick a side, I think he believes that the team that's opposing him is Danny and Travis, since they're such good friends.
Erock is the son of born of those two fathers.
As Ma says, for a battle of your soul.
Jesus.
Shit. Holy shit.
It's just...
And that's it?
This is it.
I mean, the issue here, the primary issue, even with the Eric thing, all of the issue is between Steve and Danny. I think. Maybe you disagree.
Well,
Steve and Danny.
To make a statement, just backing up a few, that my relationship with the entire staff has been severed, I think that's completely incorrect.
Majority.
I've reached out to everybody, and everybody to my face or over the phone said I got no problem with you, and that was 2 months ago?
Yes.
2 months ago. So since then, I don't know.
Well, but that's the thing. You said that's when you reached out to Danny and he didn't respond. I said I have no problem with you, and I just said
So one
today.
person on the staff.
Studio.
No, I said
Travis
it too.
and Danny.
What?
I said it to you too, to
What?
your face.
What?
When you came into me right after this whole incident, like, what is your fucking problem with me? I told you some of the issues I had with you. I said overall, I don't fucking hate you as you assumed everyone else here does.
So Eric,
and I told you that to your
Eric
face.
doesn't have a problem with you. He just thinks your breakfasts are funny.
Yes, I understand that.
Danny has a problem with you.
Yes, I understand that.
And you have a problem with Danny.
Yes.
I don't understand why we don't all hate Sam. How does
Why
he
would
skate?
you hate Sam?
He's the colonel
Yeah.
How the fuck does he skate?
How's that work?
Wait, what did you
do
say?
anything.
What did he say?
He's Colonel Carter. Like, he has his own island, and like, you know,
we're going
on his people.
We're going
and
apocalypse now.
Yeah, well, he knows when. You know, he decides whose heads get severed and stuff.
Yeah,
But everybody's afraid to confront it.
It's weird. We all should hate Sam.
Why would anybody hate Sam?
I think that's what would solve this problem.
That's not a good solution. Nobody should hate Sam. I've never done anything to anybody. Let's be honest here.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, no.
No, we've changed movies.
Now we're on Apocalypse Now, read 2.
Yeah, we're on to another movie. All right, how
He
does
really needs to just wrap up. It's getting late.
It's getting very late.
Because
Sirius
here's the thing.
XM.
We'll reach
I can't believe I'm still at Sirius
XM. We could reach a resolution today.
Yeah.
How?
But in 2 months, I'm just saying, some people could apologize and everything. We could say, okay, everyone's fine. Within the next 2 to 4 months, something will be done. Steve will get pissed off, and it will result in, regardless of who's at fault, Steve and Danny arguing, because that's where the real problem lies. Let's be honest with each other here.
So if they solve their issue,
Which they won't, ever.
everything is much better.
But they would, I mean, they need to just separate from each other and not worry about each other. When Danny says he's over Steve, then don't give Steve a second thought. And Steve should not give Danny a second thought. Just act as islands amongst each other. Travis and me, I hope I can be on your island. Yeah, but you still have hostility towards Steve.
Well, I'm not going to magically like somebody.
No, there's a difference between, there's 3 things here. There's liking, not liking, and having them out of your system.
And emotionally, right, you're not.
He's
that's
not
what I'm
indifferent.
Saying. You exactly. You're not indifferent. You do have some
dislike.
You have pain there.
You dislike Steve.
Well,
you don't
because
not
I still
care.
we still have to function on a daily basis.
You
so-
don't.
No, we do, because I still have to show up, and he has to show up, and we have to cross paths eventually. So
we're gonna have to build a new staff here.
Yeah.
Not a whole new staff.
We're
Just,
gonna have
I
to
mean,
start from scratch.
No, you don't need to fire everybody.
For the third time.
scratch?
For the
Yeah,
third
clean.
time, we're gonna have to start from scratch.
There's no reason. I
You've
mean,
done it before,
What do you think?
but Steve has
You
been
did
in
the
for
show at
years.
NEW,
Sam,
man.
I've watched this happen. Everyone's gone except for those 2.
some of us are fine. Oh, except for which 2?
Open it.
Oh, some of us are fine.
Back to basics.
Some of us don't have any
Let's
issues.
go back to basics. Me and you, kid.
Yeah.
That's it.
Well, I mean, no. Some people are.
Nah, we don't need you.
Just stick around and
Yeah. Sam, I've
The old
been
staff
around
thought-
for 11
the old
years.
staff
This
thought
is-
they needed us.
You call me
I think we
Throwback
made that
Sam.
obvious.
Great.
I've been around.
What's wrong?
What happened, Danny?
No, nothing. We should just end the
Fucking
show.
Steve
Why end
just
this?
makes Danny sick.
Vic has something. Vic.
Well,
Vic Dumb. It's Vic Dumb, everybody.
That name has been taken on Twitter and every message board, by the way.
Vic Dumb.
It's over.
thank you. Well, if this is the source of all the conflict,
You.
and no, not me. The Danny Steve stuff here. If this is the source of Steve's aggravation, then his blow up today, I think Steve owes me an apology.
I agree with that.
Shit.
That's fair, based on
Yeah,
what
because
we.
E-Rock was just trying to keep it fun.
Who's in charge here? I don't know, man. I thought you were. Perfect. Jesus.
I think
one
E-Rock
knows.
was trying to keep it fun. And
E-Rock-
what this
so
show's
wait,
all
so
about.
just-
I think
let me-
Eric was under the assumption that we worked on a comedy show.
No, that's not the get out of jail free card. It's not.
Dude,
the,
yes, it is. We worked on a comedy show,
No.
and you're the only one who can't take a joke.
Good to laugh.
I just pulled the tooth the size of a shot glass out the hull of a boat.
Look, fellas, let's be reasonable here. My boy was in that studio, too.
You want to cut Steve open and see how many cheeseburgers inside?
Oh, God. I'll not stand by.
I'm just saying.
I didn't say
It could have been Eric.
Steve.
I'm just saying the bite wounds on that hamburger.
Look, fellas, let's be reasonable here. This is not the time or place to perform some kind of a half-assed autopsy on an executive producer. And I, for one, am not going to stay in this studio while we cut Steve open and watch those French fries spill out all over the carpet.
We changed movies again. What's going on?
I heard that there were some French fries eaten in this table yesterday, and you knew about it.
Just want to say that Danny and Steve were in the studio at some point, and some feelings were hurt. But everything is fine now, and this studio will stay open.
Steve, hey man, it's too late now. You're the mayor. You're the mayor of Burger Island.
Can you sing that lullaby for everyone, Ed? How's it go again?
Do you know the Burger Man? The Burger Man, the Burger Man. Do you know the Burger Man?
Wow. So E-Rock should get an apology because we do work on a comedy show, and I think E-Rock was trying just to kind of bring some material to the show.
Y'all know me.
Y'all know me. You know what I do for a living? I'm not talking about hooking bluegills or Tommy Cats. I'm talking about Steve. Talking about working for a living.
Steve, man, stop it, man.
What about Cage goes into the water?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think,
This is crazy.
Cage goes into the water. You go into the cage. Burger's in the cage. Steve's in the water. Hi, Steve. Farewell and adieu to you, fair Spanish lady. Farewell and adieu, you lady. I'll show you this scar on my chin where Steve got mad and punched me in the face.
Show me the way to go home.
Scar on my fingers when I tried to take away his burger.
All right, let's get the E-Rock Steve relationship back together. So
The E-Rock Steve relationship can be mended.
Well, a little apology, that would be nice.
A mutual apology.
Ain't you watching it, Carlisi? Steve can't stay down with 3 barrels in him. Not with 3 barrels.
Ah, shit.
Eric, do you feel you did anything wrong today?
No, I do not.
Well, see, that's where we're at an
I'll
impasse.
apologize for you having awful breakfast. That's about it.
Oh,
well, then I'm not apologizing for my overreaction.
Now, Steve, you should apologize because you're sorry, not because Eric feels a certain way.
How many burgers did he eat? 20. 25.
All 3 tons of them. Hey, Steve, I think, look.
What do you think, Patrice?
Hey, Eric.
Smile, you son of a burger.
I think
you're going to get this little needle through that flame shirt?
Not that you're sorry for what you did, but there's a court term called intent versus impact. You didn't intend to do nothing fucked up, but something fucked up happened. And you can apologize for the fucked upness that happened.
Oh.
You understand? You don't have to
That's
apologize
fair.
for your intentions, but the fact that you hurt his feelings, you can say, I apologize.
For a harmless, ongoing bit that he was well aware of for the last several months, it was sort of an inside joke to the show that got brought again on air, and he couldn't handle it.
It's not an inside joke if you're tweeting it.
Yeah,
to
thank you. It's not an inside joke if you're publicizing it.
I just want to put that out there.
And Steve, to be fair,
A very
to him,
large inside joke. Right.
You know that you, as a dude, I respect your dudeness, but you got emotional, man. And you got over emotional.
I can apologize
and you
for-
should apologize for the fact of how it got taken and not where it came from.
I can apologize for overreacting if he can apologize for hurting my feelings.
See, this is tit for tat. It's
There you
not.
go.
Somebody got to be a man about this shit.
The burger has been bitten in 2 in the middle. The bun is partially eaten. This was not a boating accident. This was a bear attack.
Fries in the basket goes in oil. That's it. That's a good one. Funniest listeners in radio right there. And Booby Man. I think we're going to need a bigger bun.
Oh no! I need a bigger bun. Lord have mercy, man. Oh fuck.
Terrible.
Basket goes in the fries go in the basket. Basket goes in the fryer.
Fry later.
Farewell and adieu, you fair Spanish lady.
All right, E-Rock,
Well,
no apology.
yeah.
Sorry, buddy.
This is not good, man.
No. You could at least start it there.
Eric, if you can apologize for hurting my feelings, I can apologize for
Healing
overreacting.
could start.
Overreacting and threatening me with work shit and, being physical and all that fuck?
I didn't threaten you with physicality.
Dude, over a lousy joke that's been going on for several months.
Just give Mayor McCheese an apology so he can go home.
Oh, shit. Ay, nay.
Did that hurt your feelings?
Wow.
Maybe I'll
Man, McCheese.
This is terrible.
This is terrible, man. Oh, shit.
What happened? Did I interrupt the... Ronnie, help us out! Help us out!
I look at Ron's just like, I got here early today, 10 after. Ronnie got here early and everything.
Ronnie, help us out.
Thanks for the late lunch, boys. I really appreciate it.
No problem.
We need some wisdom. The whole place is falling apart,
coming
Ronnie.
apart at the seams, and you're pretty used to this shit on your show.
You've seen this happening for many years. So.
Well, all I know is yesterday, Steve told me that Danny's a fucking asshole. And that there's a picture of Danny on the internet blowing some other guy. So I don't know if that helps. I hope it does.
Yeah, that helped out.
Thanks, Patrice. Really,
Jesus Christ.
it's good to see you.
We're imploding here.
Yeah, well,
this is the day.
The
this is the
staff
day
is
you've been
coming apart
expecting.
now.
The beauty of it is the show failed years ago. There's no fucking reason to still do this for any of us. This has got to be some kind of limbo, doesn't it? Where we all live now? Like we didn't know that we died?
Yeah, this is
The fucking plane went down.
We blew it a long time ago. What do we do?
We're all still sitting here with microphones.
Because they're not onto it yet.
God, is that true? We're still here with microphones and this fucking... I don't even know how this is broadcast.
Yeah.
We're just in limbo. Holy shit. And everybody's just fighting with each other at each other's throats for no fucking reason.
Well, you know, yesterday... what's his name? Well, Cross comes to me. And he goes, we've got a problem. You've got Ed Begley booked, and so do O&A. And I go, no problem. Cancel him. Because I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, we got a battle over who's going to get Ed Begley Jr.
Yeah, right. So now I don't have to take 10 minutes and pretend that Ed Begley Jr. is fucking interesting.
Shit.
And it should be great here, right? This should be fucking great.
This should be gravy.
Yeah.
Just nothing. Oh, sorry, Steve. Should be. I shouldn't use the word gravy.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, I know.
I know.
I know. Yeah, it should be the easiest gig ever. We just come in. I don't think anyone knows what the fuck we're doing.
No,
I don't
no
think
one
people
cares.
know if we're even here.
No, occasionally people go, you guys are great.
Yeah,
really?
yeah.
Tell me
Yeah.
one great thing we did. Just tell me one.
It's just the atmosphere, the vibe I'm getting.
Yeah.
The chemistry is just...
People in the halls are talking.
You know something?
we get that
So
too.
fucking what?
The past week has probably been the best week of shows you guys have ever done. We were on vacation last week. It's from NEW. What are you fucking talking about?
So this is it? You guys are done now?
Yeah, I think we're going to finish up.
I mean, everything?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. I think
Close it down?
There's a rift.
This is a good place to leave it.
Yeah, there's a rift here I don't think is curable. And speaking of curable, what about your partner there, Frederica?
Is he back today?
Yeah, he's back. I'll just tell you this. We walked in, and the receptionist looked so freaked when she saw him because of the fucking toop. And there's a strap hanging out of the side of his fucking hair. Like a chin strap.
Because his head is shaved. He's got the worst toupee ever on his head. They're forcing him to wear it. Poor Fezzi.
Yeah. Only to freak out everybody who works here.
To freak out everybody, yeah. And there's this strap.
It's brilliant.
I was online last night seeing how much those horn implants cost. He put 2 fucking horns on his head.
That would rule.
But he's back in today?
Yeah, he's back.
All right.
He's
good.
got his ulcers. He's got his polyps.
Heard about all kinds of stuff.
What AIDS? They found a little bit of AIDS in there.
They snaked all kinds of cameras in him, and apparently there's like stalagmites and
They find some shit in him?
Yeah, they found plenty of stuff.
Like
all
what?
kinds of things.
They got 3 ulcers, a couple of polyps.
8-ton pates.
And a couple of spots. We don't like the look of those. We're going to take some tests.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Can you imagine the heat on the Ron and Fez
I was
show?
gonna say,
with
have fun with
Fezzi?
that, Ronnie.
Yeah.
Have fun
Fezzi
with that
dying?
one.
Fuck.
That fucking
I'll milk that for fucking 9 months right after the funeral.
Right.
I lost my best friend yesterday.
Big funeral at the Hard Rock.
Johnny's already booking a date.
Can Dawn do funerals as well as weddings? Yeah. Maybe my sister will do the.
That'd be perfect.
Yeah, that'll be good.
Not a dry eye in the house.
She'll be smiling. Ladies and gentlemen, we're all here for he would have liked it this way.
Yeah. Rock and roll.
Yeah, rock and roll. Rock and roll funeral.
All right, we should get out of here.
Yeah, let's let these guys actually
at least do an hour.
something.
We don't care. Take all the time you need.
I know, believe me.
That's what we figured.
I could tell by listening.
We kind of figured that. Because people are yelling and screaming at us. I'm like, I don't think Ronnie cares.
I don't care.
No.
I don't care
Get
about
off
you.
the air, go. I want to
I
hear
like
Ronnie.
to say I don't care about you, the listener. That's where I am right now.
That's exactly the way we feel. That's fantastic.
So we got nothing done, even though we did an extra hour for everybody.
I think a lot got settled.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
It's good to have it in the open.
We
finally.
got to get out 3 fantastic movie lines, like lines from 3 fantastic movies with the music and everything.
Yeah,
it's great. Yeah. It's a great time. I'm gonna listen to the replay.
Well,
I'm a fan of I'm a fan of the last hour of this show.
Listen to the replay while you're doing the compound show. Just be sitting there.
I'll do that.
That'll be
that.
perfect.
People can watch me listening to the replay of the show. Fantastic.
Steve, where's Steve?
Steve.
But I mean, that's the way it's got to happen. It's got to be the.
I think everyone is just staying in their corners today. How's the staff today? Just walking around like nothing happened Friday, Sam?
That's exactly right. Yeah, everybody's just. I was interviewing people earlier.
Oh, really?
Yes.
You're putting something together?
Yes, I am.
Oh, good.
I think everybody is
a little postscript to Friday's.
Yeah, just to catch everybody up to what's happened. Everybody, with the issues that they've made up and and all that stuff.
We look forward to that. Right. Why don't we take our first
Who
break?
started the fight on Friday?
E-Rock.
Was it E-Rock?
Definitely.
About
E-Rock was taking pictures of Steve's breakfast. And he's been doing it for a while, and then Steve got wind of that and lost his shit.
Why?
And was really, really pissed off, and I don't know. Just listen to the replay. It went on for a long fucking time.
Oh, see, this looks scary.
Why? Because Steve is very sensitive to the fact that
he said
he's still overeating.
Yeah, he said E-Rock hit a nerve because the food addiction was the one addiction he couldn't.
Yeah, it's a rough one. But were they taking aerial photos of his giant breakfast?
Oh, shit. Might as well. Those are some big-ass burgers.
And there's a hoo-hoo happening. Arnold Schwarzenegger tweets pictures of his breakfast.
Oh.
Where did he get that idea from, young Sam Roberts?
I have
this show.
2 big burgers, French fries, and...
That's paranormal movie. That's horrible.
Nah, that looks scary, dude.
It's horrendous.
That looks scary.
Does it?
Yeah.
I don't think that's real. The audience loses their minds like that.
Yeah.
It couldn't be real.
You think they just put a camera up at a Voss show? And they're all just,
Yeah. All right, so Sam interviewed the staff about the big fight on Friday.
And now, backstage with O&A, here is Primetime Sam Roberts.
I'm Primetime Sam Roberts. Last week on the O&A show, E-Rock taking twit pics of Steve's enormous breakfast led to an entire staff meltdown. A conflict between Steve and E-Rock quickly became a conflict between Steve and Danny that left the whole world wondering, would the staff of the show survive? We reached out to E-Rock this morning to get an update.
After the big meltdown that you started on Friday, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling okay. I had no problem this weekend.
And how are things with you and Steve?
I guess okay. Right after the show, he came over and apologized and gave me an unnecessary hug, which I accepted.
And how excited are you about your new character? Victim. Eric, what do you... Ow!
While E-Rock used physical violence to avoid backstage reporters, we moved on to Steve and Danny to see if the two had worked out their differences.
Steve.
Yeah.
After last week's staff meltdown, how are you doing?
I'm doing surprisingly well. Thank you, Sam.
How do you think the staff is doing?
I think the staff is doing surprisingly well.
How is your relationship with Eric?
Beautiful. We kissed and made up after the show Friday.
And the same with Danny?
Eric and I are doing great.
How about, and Danny and you are also great.
Eric is one of the sweetest boys I've ever met.
Did you mean Danny or Eric?
I can't say enough good things about Eric.
So then, you and Danny have not buried the hatchet?
I've tried to reach out in the past to Danny, and so far, he just doesn't want to talk to me. I hope that changes in the future, but right now, I have no control over that.
Hey, Danny, after last week's staff blowout, how is everything?
Which is fine.
So everything between, you and Eric?
Everything's so cool.
Okay, cool. And you and Steve?
Oh, it's just the same as it ever was.
So basically terrible.
Of course, yeah. Why? There's no reason for it not to be.
But do you see that, the confrontation that happened kind of brought issues to the forefront and maybe we'll come to a resolution?
I hope they do. I pray they come to resolutions.
Do you see that happening?
Never.
Okay.
No underlining hostility there. Obviously, Steve and Danny have conflicting points of view, and Backstage can only assume that their ability to coexist in the same working area will continue to deteriorate. However, there is one thing that O&A fans can look forward to. Hours and hours of material from E-Rock's brand new character, Vic Dumb. Let's all enjoy laughing at Vic's stupidity as the show crumbles around us. I'm Primetime Sam Roberts, and this has been
Backstage with O&A.
There's no clips, though, of the actual yelling. I want to hear somebody yelling at somebody.
Oh, well,
you
had to be here Friday.
It has an hour and 40 minutes.
No, I mean, just the first yell. Who
Yeah.
started the first yell?
It wasn't even... I don't know.
Kind of got into it, and then Patrice was like, "Get Steve
It was
in
a
here."
slow build, trust me.
And Steve came
They
in.
ended
and-
up with movie lines. It was one for the ages.
Yeah, it was a good one.
Yeah.
It went from Platoon to Apocalypse Now to Jaws to it was just.
It was
just all goofing on Steve and his giant breakfast.
We didn't get out of here until I think 11:30.
Gonna need a bigger plate.
Yeah, there was that.
There was
one of my favorites is French fries goes in.
Fries go in the basket.
Fries go in the basket. Basket goes in the oil.
Can I tell you, I watched Jaws on the plane going out to fucking L.A. It was one of the choices.
Yeah.
And it's just great.
Yeah, it really is.
It still is
I
real
still
good.
watch it. Pop that fucker on.
Blue cheese salad. What's that, lasagna and fries? It's really bad.
No, it's like an omelet with ketchup or
Yeah,
something.
I don't know. That's
And
just a
there's
lot
the
of food,
chicken
no matter who
and
you
lettuce, which is healthy until you dump the Elmer's glue blue cheese
what
on
is?
it.
It's like any one of these things isn't necessarily terrible
Fries are
in
terrible.
the proper portion.
One fry.
But this is like this is at least 4 portions per Tupperware, and there's
Yeah,
3
yeah.
of them. So you're looking at 12 portions of food here.
Yeah. Yeah.
He said 4 portions per Tupperware.
It's true. It's true though.
Proper portion
All right.
size is
It's important.
I hate the word portions.
I do too.
It just sounds too like too restricting and too mothering. Like you have a healthy, because the Nortons were notorious for our lousy portions.
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 Mother
did you
gave out
say?
horrible portions of good food, small,
just small portions.
terrible portions.
Also, the Cane Mutiny. He was talking about how many portions.
Yes.
He had more portions, and they're taking the sand to represent the strawberries. Strawberries.
E-Rock, can you name 3 others just out of curiosity? I'm looking for 5 delicious fast food items.
Well, the ranch chicken wrap is also delicious.
What do you get at Wendy's usually?
The chicken sandwich.
You get the junior bacon double
Oh yeah,
cheeseburger.
that too. The junior bacon. No, is it
Somebody
double?
likes
How
it.
about a
No, that's
Whopper?
a double stack.
You don't
I
like
get
a
the
Whopper?
junior bacon cheeseburger.
You don't like a Whopper?
No, I don't eat the real
Why?
big. I don't know. I just don't.
Whoppers rule. The best hamburger is a fucking Whopper.
I get not cheeseburgers, chicken sandwiches.
Junior bacon cheeseburgers is what
And
you
that
get.
too.
Why Junior?
Because it's smaller.
With bacon and cheese on it.
Is it
So you eat more
smaller?
of them too.
Yes.
What does
No, I
that
eat
mean?
one of them.
Who cares if it's smaller?
I don't eat.
It's
like,
still going to
the
give you a
really-
high blood pressure.
The really big sandwiches, like the Whopper.
You
and
can't open
stuff
your
like
mouth that wide.
No, I could. I just don't do it.
He likes to have one in each hand so he can do the fucking chicken burger dance.
Is this okay to make fun of your food choices?
Oh, that's fine.
Or are you going to cry like another member of the staff?
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I never cried about that.
Yeah, you have. Secretly behind the scenes. In the bathroom stall. As you put your...
Stop photographing the buffets on my desk.
He has them tied in bags now, so you can't see them.
Oh,
Glad
really?
bags?
Hefty bags.
That's what I meant. God, fuck.
It's okay.
I actually said it normal. Healthy, small portions. Boo.
E-Rock. You know E-Rock. You know the guys around here.
Sure.
He had a little bit. Are you on Twitter?
No.
All right,
not
we're going to
yet.
get you on Twitter today.
Fighting it.
Fighting it?
Yeah,
Why?
I'm fighting it. No, I guest tweet on Jeremy Borash's Twitter. He's a big tweeter, so I send out a guest tweet every once in a while.
You would be really good for Twitter.
Okay.
Because you're that type of guy. You would come up with good stuff, good tweets. Anyway, E-Rock came up with a little bit for his Twitter where he would take pictures of Steve's breakfast.
Okay.
Because it was just an obnoxious breakfast every morning, and he would tweet the picture. And then all hell broke loose last week, and everyone got into it a
Steve
bit.
was offended that people were taking photographs.
Very pissed off at E-Rock. But now we're learning that he did like the voiceover work where he mocks how much E-Rock eats. That doesn't make sense.
It's dead air.
Yeah, I was hoping for a little more than dead air. Maybe a couple.
I thought you were going to play
maybe
some...
a couple hmms or oh really?
I was
I didn't
thinking about-
expect complete silence.
Well, now that you've said,
and
I
thanks
would
for
be a
bringing it
good-
up, making it even more uncomfortable that I started this break with nothing.